Tervehdys hyvät katsojat. Tänään meillä on vieraana Celso de la Molina, joka on kotoisin Chilestä. Tervetuloa Celso.
Kiitos Kimmo, kiitos kutsusta.
Aloitetaan heti ensimmäisellä kysymyksellä. Kerro, millaiseen perheeseen synnyit?
Well, I have born in Chile, in South America, in Santiago, and in a normal family. When I say normal family means one father, mother, sister. I was very happy at that time. I was well provided from my parents, and I grew in a society which was a big problem, political problem at that time. But yeah, I think it was a very happy days in that time in Chile. It was nice. My father, my mother, my sister, and I.
No, koska kiinnostuit näyttelemisestä?
Well, this is a very good question. Thank you. And on that time, in the 70s and 80s, we live in a dictatorship. We have a fascist dictatorship, Pinochet. Pahamies. Pahamies. Fascisti was difficult for us. And young people like me in that time, like a very young people, we have decided to do something against the situation. We like to have a democracy and respect human rights. So we start to create some small groups of artists who make a small interview and also small tabachtumat performances on the street, always on the street, because there they don't have control. The government control all the media channels, radios, but not the street. So we start there. As was the very old place for artists was the street. So that's why we decided to act there. And I became an actor doing that. Some kind of happenings and puppet theater, dance, pantomime, clownery, theater for 5 minutes in some corner. And then when we finish, we have to run quite fast because police came and we met in another place. So that was the reason why I became an actor, actually.
Okei. Mikä oli ensimmäinen elokuvasi tai ohjelmasi, jossa esiinnyit?
Well, it was not a movie like that, but I make a lot of minos. I started to make minos in Chile and for channel television, open television, and commercials for companies and products, the thing. And then we start to make some amateur movies with my friends. This big camera, Betamax, this type of equipment, and then then in the university, in the same faculty we have movie making studies there. People who study direction and director of pictures and all the things, and also the drama school. So we have a lot of communication. We are friends, So a lot of hundreds of short films and exercises, very crazy sometimes, and so in that time I start to become more into the acting part with camera.
Lähetit minulle yhden lyhytelokuvan internetissä, niin katsotaan pikku pätkä siitä nyt.
Por eso hay que apechugar. Sin dinero, la sobrevida de la humanidad y la resistencia es imposible.
No más que claro, compadre. ¿Por qué mejor no revisamos el plan de acción principal?
Sí.
Kerro vähän tästä elokuvasta, kun olit mukana tässä lyhytelokuvassa.
It was a director from my university who created a concept to show a kind of revolutionary group of people who wants to found the finance to make the war. In Chile, not all the people take the pacifical way like me. Other people take the weapons and start to fight against the fascists. So for that, these small groups create actions, and in that time, especially this group, decide to go and make a robbery in a bank to finance all the actions of the group. So one of the agents of this group was an undercover agent, and then he decided to, say that we are doing that, and the day when we make the robbery, we been trapped by the cops, and fortunately I die in that scene. But well, anyway, and it was a kind of nice experiment for us because nobody do this kind of films in Chile at that time. Mm-hmm. So it was the beginning of the real freedom, to touch some subjects who were untouchable.
Okei. No, sä oot asunut tosi monessa maassa. Kerro vähän, missä päin maailmaa sä oot asunut?
Yeah, well, actually I live in 4 countries. I live in 3, in Chile, of course, and then I moved to Greece, and then I moved to Turkey, and then I became here in Finland. But also I spent many months in Rome and many European cities, 6 months, 4 months, and then back to my city, and But so it was like a Mediterranean thing, Greece, Turkey. We met in Turkey, Kimo.
Yeah. Joo, me tapasimme Turkissa ja silloin mulla oli se elokuvaprojekti, niin katsotaan sitä elokuvaprojektista nyt pieni pätkä. Siinä oli meidän elokuvasta pieni pätkä, niin kerro vähän siitä tekemisestä. Minkälaista oli tehdä kaiken tämmöisessä islamilaisessa maassa tämmöistä elokuvaa?
Joo, was very interested. Fight or die.
Fight or die.
Yes, se on tosi kiinnostava. Yes, we met there and then you described me the project and well, there are not so many opportunities to make a movie like that we made in Turkey, in a Muslim country, And then I see you with all your energy and you bring your family with the project and you really make the thing. And I really respect that when somebody, took these decisions as strong as you did. And I decided to help you and we worked together and it was a lot of fun. We had a nice time there with these young actors in Turkey. I remember that I was helping you with the casting.
Casting, yes, very important.
Yeah, and then we were also assisting you as a assistant in your direction and you know what? When we work in a movie, you are ready to help in everywhere. So I remember bring the sandwiches, helping there, and we had a lot of fun and also was intensive work.
Joo, tuossa on aikaisemmin todennutkin, että ilman sinua ei olisi ollut mahdollista, koska me päästiin Ankaran yliopistoon valitsemaan näyttelijöitä. Ja päästiin vaikka semmoisiin paikkoihin, mihinkä ei olisi normaali-ihmiset ei olisi päässyt. Tämä oli tosi mielenkiintoinen projekti kyllä.
Yes, totta kai oli tosi mielenkiintoinen, joo. Se on tosi... took my attention when you described me the project and it was a message, it was a Christian project also. So, well, I cannot define myself as a super Christian people, but of course I'm from Chile, so my country is Catholic, basically. And I have decided to go with you and make this adventure. It was like kind of, I never feel in any way under risk there, but it was kind of, challenging, And still remember with Ilpo, in this very big mosque in Ankara. And we go like that, trying to not show too much that we are doing a movie, a Christian movie in the middle of the mosque was very funny. And yes, we need to do the things that we have to do,
Aivan. Me voitaisiin katsoa pikkupätkä siitä making of materiaalista, mitä tehtiin.
always answered how I want.
Are you ready?
But somewhere deep inside I know you want what's best for me. Fall down on my knees, trying to understand.
Why you give up
Here alone,
Let's go out.
looking up
I can already
above.
see
Can
there.
you hear me
You're hiding.
now?
How about the fan?
It's my own choice. Listen or let it go. I'm standing here again on my own. Teach me, my God. Lead me, my God. I give my best, my all to you.
Okay, very good. And good. Was it? Right.
What do you think you are doing? Why did you take those clothes? Clothes?
No, that is for you, for the camera. We have here. Tum, 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 tum.
Öyle bir adamdan da Yasin.
Right. Now, let's focus. Magic.
So, you want to come here again? Take your time. When she is the time, so next to you.
I'm calling to you. Do you hear me pray? I'm standing here alone, looking up above.
We are good guys. We are just trying to make a DSS chip. With that chip, Mr. Kimo, you can be able to talk with angels.
Mutta kerro vähän sitä näyttelijän työstäsi, mitä olet koulutusta saanut siihen?
Well, yes, I was in the yliopisto teatteriakatemia 3,5 vuosi. Ja sitten puoli vuosi myös final show, final performance. So it's like a 4 vuosi. I'm a professional actor and specialize in physical theater, clowneria. So I'm a clown, basically. And in Finland, I became a circus teacher. So my work here, my integration through Finland was through circus. Interested, not through theater or movie, was through circus. And it's something very interested to me. Yeah.
Ja olet myös tehnyt suomalaisissa ohjelmissa, vai oletko elokuvissa ollut täällä?
Joo.
Niin kerro vähän näistä tapahtumista.
Well, you know, I'm a foreigner, and mä puhun suomi, mutta ei tosi hyvin. So, and I look like a foreigner, you know. So I don't have too much chances to work in television or movies in Finland, but I did couple of shows. One television short film called Rakkaus ja Laki with Uli production. Ule.
Joo.
And with Matti Ilias, the director. And then I work in another show called Diva. It's a blind lady, a musician who plays violin and has some stories, like a soap opera, you know, opera juttu.
Yeah.
And I was a Greek conductor, mestari. And then in some of the films, short parts, small roles, and yes. So also I did something here.
Oletko kiinnostunut, jos joku tarjoaa sinulle jotain näyttelijän työtä tai roolia tällä hetkellä?
Totta kai. Mä oon näyttelijä.
Sinuun voi ottaa yhteyttä.
Joo, totta kai, of course.
No kerro, mikä on lempikirjasi? Mitä kirjoja olet lukenut viimeksi?
Kirja? Wow.
Vai luetko kirjoja?
Totta kai. That's why I don't know mikä on minun lempi, koska I love many books. I love poetry, runo. But I have to take particular one. I will say there was one book called The Dance of the Reality. There's a book, it's a biography basically, of Alejandro Jodorowsky. He's a Chilean director, pantomime actor, have many abilities, this guy. And actually still is young. He's 92 years. He lives in France many years ago. And in this book, you can see what kind of life he has. And it's a very particular life, very artistic life. And I feel that in every person, there are some magic in every life. Every person is a book. Every life is a movie. And I have learned about that in this book that everybody is an artist. The problem is we don't know that sometimes. And if you see your life, and if you see your life in terms of movie, you can find there's a good movie also in your life. So I have learned that from Jodorowsky, that every person is an artist, and every person has the level of my life is something unique. And if you see like that, the art, so everybody is an artist. So when I go to teach my small kids, I teach babies, taperot, naperot, family group, more big boys and girls. For me, everybody is an artist. And if you see that kind of approach to my work, change many things. I'm not talking with a small boy, yeah, he's a boy, but he's a boy artist. He's an artist boy. He's an artist girl. He's an artist father or mother, And if you see that approach, then they also feel that they are doing some art. And I have learned that from, inspire, that type of work in that book. It was very fundamental for me.
Okei. No miten musiikki? Oletko kaikki ruokainen musiikin suhteen vai onko se tango musiikki, mikä tulee?
Tango, I like tango. I like Piazzolla, I like it very much. And, Gardel. I like tango. My parents listen a lot of tango. I like to listen tango, more than dance tango, which is very structured and it's very macho also. Macho is, so the man that are very with a tie, very good-looking guys taking the woman and it's like that, of course. I'm not so fan of these kind of things. But the music, if you hear the tango music, you can feel that there's a strong, complex piece of music in tango. There's a small orchestra, big orchestra playing piano, cello, violin, bandoneon, guitar, different type of instruments. And in that type, of course, I like it. I like also jazz, which is my favorite thing. I think it's like every person pass for different moments in the life or in the day. So also I like different type of music depending on the moment. And I start with classical music in the morning, always. And then I start to go with some Beatles or some classical rock. And then in the evening always I listen some avant-garde or underground jazz groups from France or from New York or from Belgium. And also I like this neo-folk Finnish music, like this Tuttu Enkeli or Vartina, yo. This type of Kalevala music, when it's like a folk music, but some kind of small touch of rock or of this, I think it's very interesting music as well. I like it very much. And believe me or not, I like very much the opera in Finnish. Sounds very nice. The opera, the big opera in Finnish language. And with all honesty and to be frank, sometimes Finnish language doesn't sound very good, for example, in some music for me, like a rap or maybe, you know. But when you listen Finnish music, Finnish opera in Finnish is something very special. I like it very much. Yes.
Mielenkiintoista.
Yeah. It's like it's like Italian, Finnish.
Niin, aivan.
For me, of course, yes.
No mennään toiseen aiheeseen. Sinä olet aikidon mestari. Kerro vähän tästä, onko siellä mustavyö aikidossa vai miten se
Yes, aikido is part of my life, of course. I make aikido also in different countries. Wherever I go, I try to find a dojo and practice, of course. It's something that you have learned about yourself, about your energy, but also about your people around you. And if you move your center, you move all the world around you. You know, when you are doing aikido, you are moving the. Maybe sounds strange this, huh? But if you are moving the world around you, you know, you are moving, but you are moving everything around you. This is very interesting concept as well. And of course, it's a martial art, so it's something strong, but not that strong like hapkido or jiu-jitsu. It's more soft. It's kind of meditation in action. You know, I really like it very much. Unfortunately, I have to stop because my knees now, but it was my very good friend for more than 10 years.
Okei. No mennään tästä aiheesta teatteriin. Mitä pidät teatteriesityksistä ja ohjelmista?
Minä?
Niin, sinä. Mikä miellyttää?
Well, I make a lot of theater play pieces in Chile, but also in Argentina, in Spain, in Russia, here in Finland, in Barcelona, Madrid, and Berlin, and make some shows also in Latvia and Estonia. But if you ask me for a play, yes, I make a lot of shows, you know, paljon tapahtumat. Mutta if I want to take one particular one, open ceremony, Athens 2004 Olympic Games.
Okay.
I was there doing the thing, you know. I'm an actor, so I was there playing some drums, running. I'm one of the 1,000 guys there, you know. It was a iso ryhmä. But the thing is, at the end of the show, Björk came to the stage. Björk, the Iceland singer, you know, the very famous singer.
Yeah, I know.
And she started to sing like the goddess of the sea. So she was singing a very minimalistic song, almost a cappella. She started to give some kind of dress, mekko, mutta tosi ihana ja tosi iso mekko. And it started to cover all the field of the stadium, you know. And I was one of the guys who is doing this.
Okay.
It was a very tiny thing. But for me, doing this with Björk was the most exciting project in my life. You know, I'm a fan of Björk, of course. And of course, I make many shows in many parts. Sometimes I am the protagonist. Sometimes I make small roles. You know, it always depends. But that experience with Björk, and I feel one of the fishes of the sea, and she was the goddess, you know. So it was very nice and a nice concept. And well, she was my idol, you know.
Okei. Joo. Olet asunut jo Suomessa jo hyvän aikaa, niin olet nähnyt suomalaisia elokuvia, niin mikä tuli siinä mieleen, mistä olet tykännyt suomalaisista elokuvista?
Aki Kaurismäki and The Man Without a Past is a good movie. You talking about this Sottilas, this
Tuntematon sotilas.
Joo, Sottila. Yeah. This is very also
big movie.
Big production.
Yli 1 miljoona katsojaa.
Joo, big production. I like it. It's to make that kind of project means there's a lot of you know, energy involved, and I respect that, you know. But if I had to take one particular one, my favorite movie is Good Mother in English. I don't know, it's the kids who
Klaus Härön.
Yes,
elokuva.
Klaus Härön movie.
Joo, kyllä.
About those
Äideistä parhaita.
Yes, kiitoksia. Äideistä parhaista, joo. That movie really touched my soul. It's times of war, you know, difficult days, and Finland was under attack, and they have to save the kids and send them to Sweden, Norway, and how the tragedy of that situation also bring light and create a love relationship, a strong love relationship between this small boy and the godmother, or mother, or I don't know. So in that sense of modernity, Finland is a modern country, and very modern, and you have made good done. I mean, it's very good. I love this country very much. You make it, but good job here. But this period of the life is, Finland was almost broke. So when these situations came, is also when the better side of the human being appear. When everything is easy and fine, it's okay, good. But when you really see what kind of material you are made is when the problems came. Emergency, situation, chaos, death, war. And how this small boy, create a relation of love with this lady, Aiti. At the beginning was very difficult, very, very distant, very free, and then how the human connection again, bring the love on the stage and see and feel that, and wow, I really love that movie for the human story there inside of the story. Beautiful.
Kerro vielä tähän lopuksi, että joku hyvä asia Chilestä ja Suomesta. Mitä olet ehkä jäänyt kaipaamaan Chilestä? Voisiko se olla ruoka tai?
Joo. Tämä on Suomi ja tämä on Chile.
Okay.
Tämä on maa. So we live in the opposite, exactly the opposite part of the world. And of course we have many things different. But believe me or not, we have many things in common as well. We are a small country in between many big countries with big population. Chile is a small country, and the unique thing is in my country we have a very crazy nature. So nature is hullu. So Mayalistus, tsunami, flood from the rivers of sand, and and military cops, social revolution.
Onko villieläimiä?
Kaikki. We have the Antarctic and the Patagonia in the south, and we have the driest desert in the world in the north. So it's a very, of course, we are like that, So anyway, in Finland, the nature is more, you can feel that it's more strong at the same time because the weather, But the nature here is more stable, You don't have earthquakes, you don't have tsunamis. So this is something, In Chile, people has every 10 years some kind of destruction of the houses, of the car, destroy, and we have these kind of things. So that's why I think also as you do here, we have sisu in Chile.
Yeah, sisu. Yeah.
Sisu. That's the thing we have in common, for example.
Okay.
If you see the house of your parents or your own house on the floor, after that, you just take this and you start to work again,
Uudelleen rakentaa.
Totta kai.
Joo. Mutta mä kiitän sinua, Celso, tästä mukavasta juttutuokiosta ja toivotan sinulle kaikkea hyvää.
Kiitos sulle ja kiitos kutsusta. I'm happy to be here.
Ja hyvät katsojat, tässä oli Celso de la Molina ja ensi kerralla meillä on taas joku aivan muu vieraana. Kiitos taas tästä kerrasta. Moi moi!